The world sees one side of the journey. How would you define your journey at this moment?
If I go back to my years of journey, it was not easy actually. Every day was challenging. Nitin was very naughty. Nikhil was more attached to me. My husband was telling me to put them into commerce. I didn't wanted them to go to commerce because for me, I wanted my sons to become engineers. As a lady, we have to face lots of problems. They have to take care of financial discipline. If they get 5,000 rupees, they have to save a little bit out of it. ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲು ಚಾಚು ಅಂತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ motivation, we should not depend on anybody for motivation. We have everything inside our body. Aham Brahmasmi.
Reva University presents Reva Podcast.
Good morning. Welcome to the next episode of Reva Podcast series, an initiative towards knowledge sharing and creating a sense of community. Today, we have with us the iconic Madam Revati Kamath, a passionate environmentalist, landscaper, a keen Veena player, and a philanthropist, contributing towards societal causes that she believes in. And of course, an inspiring woman, both in the personal and the professional space, who has raised India's youngest billionaires, the Kamath brothers, Nikhil and Nitin Kamath. Ma'am, in conversation with you, it's a wonderful initiative that you have taken, and it's our honor indeed to have you with us. A very warm welcome to you on behalf of the entire Reva University.
Namaste.
Namaste, ma'am. In conversation with the very versatile and multifaceted Madam Revati Kamath. Ma'am, you have been wearing multiple hats, playing multiple roles, and it has been a remarkable or inspiring journey. The world sees one side of the journey. How would you define your journey at this moment?
Yeah, if I think back and go back to my previous life that is 40 years back. 44, the elder son is 44. And if I go back to my years of journey, it was not easy actually. It was, every day was challenging for me. Every day was, it was only few years later 10 years since I'm okay with little bit no, my sons are doing very good in life and I can breathe like that. Till then it was not an easy task. It is not at all an easy thing for me to that even to day-to-day life. Yes. It was not easy.
I'm sure it must have been a roller coaster journey.
Not roller coaster. It was not a roller. Always it was a very very painful, tough. I can't say it is painful, and it was a very tough situation.
That's precisely, you inspire awe in everyone, ma'am. Going back to your childhood, I happened to watch a couple of interviews wherein you have mentioned that you were born and brought up in Mysore.
No, actually I born in Mysore.
Okay.
To my father and Krishnamurti, and he was a Veena artist.
To a family of musicians.
Yeah, musician, and he was highly qualified also. He was triple graduate and all that. No, he sacrificed as a lawyer. He was actually he sacrificed his life for the sake of music.
Is there, if you could recollect any defining period or instance or people in your childhood who must have shaped to the person that you have become today?
Definitely my father and mother. Yeah, and my brother. I had an elder brother, very elder to me, 24, 25 years elder. That is he used to tell you have got lots of creativity in you, you can do something and all, he used to tell. And my father always used to tell you should not fear for anything, and my mother, it was a very positive growth, even though we were not that rich or anything. We were a middle class, we used to live in a middle class atmosphere, but the life was very positive. My father used to play Veena, and the music brings lots of positiveness that. No, I grew up in a very positive atmosphere.
True, ma'am. Even the career choices that you have taken in terms of becoming a landscaper, to floral art. I'm sure they were not common things, when
Yeah.
you made these very informed choices. Could you tell us something about that, ma'am?
It's a big story. Actually, I was not fit for the business. Actually, in the beginning, I was very pampered at home, and then married very early. When I was 20-year-old, I married,
Okay.
and within 10 months, I got my first son. And like it was like at home, like everybody used to pamper me, like last child, and nobody knew what the potentiality in me and all. Like music, they used to knew, but I never used to hear like that. No, very spoiled child like that. Then I married. My husband was a very strict and personality, strict, like he was very punctual in everything.
Discipline.
I was completely against, and he started punishing. Yeah, like he started this one me, like no controlling me and all like that. And then like it was very tough for me to take care of my son as well as a household. This one, and my father died in 1 year's time. Like till Nitin was 1 year, I was with him only, and all of a sudden I didn't know anything about cooking and all. Like my son was very small, and I pampered him a lot, and he was all my father's students. I started teaching music, and it was hectic. I was not mentally prepared to handle all these things, like no cooking, taking care of the
Yeah.
baby, and like the music students and
Right.
all. It was not an easy thing for
True,
me.
true,
That
true.
it was like, and my husband took it in a different way, like that. No, like he started feeling like I don't know anything, any cooking, especially cooking. I didn't know anything and all like. See, then it was like making him understand, and he started always he used to this one, you don't know that, you don't know. Like he never used to give me freedom, like no, that even to go to shop and all. Like he only used to bring everything and all. I didn't know how to go and buy something and all
Very
like that.
protective
Very
environment.
protective. And everybody, whenever we used to gather, my 5 sisters and their children and their husbands, everybody used to like advise me like that. You should not do that, do that, this and all. I was fed up of all these things, like taking advice,
Yeah,
and inside I had an ambition, like no, I also want to show, I also want to do something. And then what happened, like I went in this course of this one, I went under depression actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I was I went under depression, and like that, no, that like I was having, like I don't know anything, like that. I used to, and then during that time, what happened, like I went to one of my friend's house, and then she told me like that. No, her husband is one of the director for Wipro, and she told like my mother-in-law used to tell like that, you are so talented in flower arrangement. Why can't you take this? As I told her, like I'm fed up and I'm under depression, and everybody always advises me, and I don't know anything, like that, advise me and all like that. And then she told me like, why you have to feel like that, like you go and demonstrate your flower this one, you know. So that was the beginning of my life, like that. No, I went, and that day while going, my husband was objecting me. Why you are going like that? No, you don't know anything. Like no, you don't know to do business and all like that. That made me work so hard, I think.
Yeah.
That I have taken it as challenge. Like
pushed you, and
yeah,
you took it up as a challenge.
so much time wasted by that time. Like my son was in 10th standard,
Okay.
and first son, and second son was in fourth standard, I think. Like fourth, like that time I started doing flower business. And like, see, once that money came into my hand, no,
Yes.
that 45,000 rupees was first amount came.
That's big.
And that
time.
very
Yeah,
big,
very
big amount.
Yes.
And then like my mind started blooming, and like that, no, I stopped caring for anybody. I started concentrating on my own business and worked very hard. And it was in the beginning, so managing the house and
Yes.
doing this one and all was very tough. and but I never left like that. No, I didn't expect that what I am today is I'm going to reach to this place. But like I want to tell this to all youngsters and whoever is struggling inside this one, like inside house, and like that is in a way it is a domestic torture.
Yes.
Like
it limits you.
Yeah, that is like it is a one way of domestic torture.
Yes.
Like not recognizing our capacity and like
As an individual.
when situation is inevitable and like no forced to make ladies stay. Like that is inside, and that doesn't mean that they are not capable.
True.
Right.
True.
So that's why from that time, like I have been concentrating on my work, and because of that hard work, like I think I came to this level now.
You have actually broken so many stereotypes in that journey. I think one is the choice that you have made, that of getting into a field such as floral art, because today times are very different. But I'm sure when you had stepped into that area, you must have been the first one.
No,
if not
yeah,
the pioneers.
that is one. And like actually, I didn't had car also to commute from one place to other place, like Electronic City Wipro, and to go there, like I need some vehicle, right?
Yes.
I learned driving, and when I was 35, I learned driving, and then I purchased one car from my husband. That next month's money, like that, Wipro's money.
Yeah.
I saved some money, and I have purchased one Zen car at that time, 1.5 lakhs.
Amazing.
Yeah, my husband used to use that, and that I purchased that, giving every month 25,000 to him and all. Like then I used to drive and go wherever I want. If you don't know driving, it is not easy in Bangalore to communicate.
That also adds to your independence.
Yeah.
Ma'am, there is also a phase where you from landscaping to floral art, you also ventured into environmentalism.
Yeah.
In terms of, I think you've done a lot of work in terms of environment, tree plantations, and also revival of lakes.
Lakes also.
Yeah. So from a domestic space, which was literally your home, you have moved directly into the corporate through your floral art, and then into society in terms of. Could you tell us something about?
Yeah, first I started my flower business. And that flower business that started from Wipro, and then it reached to resorts and 5-star hotels, and then it turned into along with flowers that I started doing events also. Then I did lots of events. Once I worked for Alliance Francaise, the International Film Festival also, and so many corporate events and government events also used to do, and so many events, bigger way I used to do events. And finally my event for Myco Bosch happened. That was a 10 million pumps completion day. That was the day. And then what happened, they offered me, that is this one of landscaping of Mr. Albert Hieronymus house. And that was my landscaping beginning. Yeah,
that also again
floral business and events, continued with events and wedding planning, and then entered into landscaping.
So literally into an entrepreneur.
Even flower business was also entrepreneurship only.
Yes,
because that also money transaction will happen, and that. See, the creativity will be there, and money transaction, and company we have to form a company, and for that government statutory one and all we need to follow and all. It is a company. Workers will be there. Open my flower shop also. This one, and then landscaping is little ahead, little tough. Because civil works also I used to do. Swimming pools and water bodies and pavers and granite and so many things. Completely I have become practical architect, landscape architect. I can design, and I can this one and all, plumbing, electrical, Like I work with all foreign architects like Peridian, Bell Collins, and Site Concept International. Finally, Jurong.
Okay.
Jurong
Wonderful.
referred me to Tata Steel.
Okay. And when did this lead to a consciousness about environment? And
No, whenever I used to do for this one, floral business, while doing floral business, I used to this one about the toxicity of flowers. Like the spray that is, I used to go to nurseries and all like that. No, I used to ask about the flower growers, like what you spray to this and all. Like see, hearing about it, like while growing rose, no, that is in that tissue culture. Like that rose, before I used to think Gulkan beautiful like that.
Yeah.
And then I realized Gulkan is like with rose petals and it's full of poison.
Okay.
Because what happens? No, rose won't come if you won't spray every 15 days once.
Oh, okay.
In this one, to bring the color and to bring the
fragrance,
freshness and all, no. In India, the people spray lots of chemicals. That is like the chemicals. Some chemicals, even banned chemicals, also they are using it.
Oh, okay.
And then, like my consciousness, from childhood, I was aware of this chemical hazards and all. Like then, like later, like I started thinking. See, the people who works over there, like they might be having so much side effects of spraying hazards. It. Like I used to, and if you enter into the tissue culture, this one, like even in Dubai and all, they do these flower shows and all. Right. See, like you go inside, like you will feel like uneasy feeling, and you feel like coming back. Like that, daily they spray chemicals.
Oh, okay.
Only that this one, Dubai flower show. Like daily they spray chemicals. Otherwise, it won't stay fresh.
Yeah.
And then because of that spraying, the side effects, like whatever, like it goes inside our respiratory tract and goes inside, and those are all non-residual chemicals. Residual chemicals they spray.
Okay.
See, that if we, by chance, if we inhale that residual chemicals, what happens like that? No, that goes and that won't go through our urine or this one and all.
So it stays back.
That stays back. That in turn it causes cancer and tumor happens like that stain. And that and all, I started reading a lot about it and actually studying a lot about it. And I started like really used to feel depressed because I can't handle entire world, no? Like world is happening like this. And I used to feel like, when I went inside Singapore garden also, I felt like, that here also I smell. If any chemical is there surrounding, first it comes to me and I smell it. In our house, we never use allot. I never like anybody come and spray mosquito spray, this one and all. Like inside, like agarbattis. Agarbattis also has full of chemicals.
Okay.
Like we should not use agarbattis. That also we should ban. See, some allergies children will be suffering. We won't be knowing like.
True.
That's why what I mean, my landscaping business when I started, no. See, I kept my landscape, Calix Organic Landscaping Company, like that. See, starting till date, like that, I never used any chemical. Some simple procedures with like some neem and baking powder and some shampoo or some soap and all, no, we can avoid so many diseases.
Okay.
And for that, ugral hogod kodli tagondru antaralla, like that it happens. Like for small things, they come and spray. Like even in nurseries also, they spray a lot. Especially lawn ideyala, lawnge termite, to avoid termite, they spray Forate anta ಒಂದು chemical. That's banned. Banned 18 years back in India. And so many years back in the world.
Okay.
But still those chemicals are available in our shelves.
Okay.
That's what to do.
Amidst all this, you're also a very passionate player of the
Veena, yeah. Environment I have not told you. How I entered into environment.
Yes.
See, and like my company raised very high And like, no, that is, I never made loan. Okay, like I monetarily, I was earning money. And I reached to one level, and last project was Tata Steel.
Okay.
And then my family told me, like, don't do any commercial activity. By that time, my son's Zaroda has raised and all, like, my grandson was there. I wanted to spend more time with him. So I have given back my GST back because my husband and my sons didn't wanted me to do anything commercial. And I told them, whatever I am earning, that much money if you give, I will get out of it. Then they accepted to give, and they are giving much more than that. And then what happened? Like it was not possible for me to sit at home. No? So by that time, I got lots of knowledge about tree plantation. And the water belt, how it decreases and all that. Then my complete concentration turned towards philanthropy.
Okay. So that's how you initiated those tree plantations.
Not only tree plantation.
Revival of lakes also.
One lake, Somnehali Lake, I revived. That was 28 acres.
Okay.
They, like, Raja Kalve was enclosed, and that Raja Kalve I cleared.
Okay.
3.5 kilometers Raja Kalve. And like that, after 2 years, like, the water came next year, not first year, water came and lake filled. And then before last year, it overflowed to Suvarnamukhi Lake also.
Okay.
Suvarnamukhi River.
Okay.
That starts from Bannerghatta forest. There in the bund, no, I planted 3,000 to 4,000 saplings.
Okay.
Now it is growing. It is grown, like now it is a mini forest. And then Mukkodlu Lake also I started. That is all like, now Naganayakanahalli Lake, I have done lots of work over there.
Okay. And do you have a big team who... or you
See, like when I used to do landscaping, I had my own team. But now for the lake rejuvenation and all, I will tie up with villagers.
The local villages.
Okay. In that, not very big people required.
Yes.
I need machineries.
Okay.
JCB and Hitachi, tractors and all is mainly required for the lake rejuvenation. And Naganayakanahalli Lake, I made, like, it was completely, that is surrounded with scheduled tribe village. It is. Nobody went there to, that is Ayyappa Kere was there. Like nobody, like inside lake, 18 electrical poles, 11 volts poles was there. Like it is like that, putting electrical poles and cable and all inside is a future plan to make that as a this one layout.
Okay.
Because first they put, then they swallow the lake and then bring, they sell this one and all. Like it's all, government. And then I went and requested KBM. Very hard work it was. Requested, and I brought it in news media also.
Okay.
And like then they came and rerouted this one, electrical cables and the poles and all, like. And then full lake was completely with stones.
Okay.
And if lake full of stones, if it is there, nobody can swim. Even nobody can do boating also. So like I cleared entire entire stones in the lake. And then I brought entire sand mafia, you know that sand mafia. Because of sand mafia, lakes gets dried up. They come and dig now it is banned, and actually it is illegal now, that if government comes to know, like they're going to arrest people who do sand mafia. And then that sand, because of that sand mafia pits, like so lots of holes will be there in the lake.
Okay.
See, that is also one of the reason for lake to this one dry up.
Okay.
See, through that hole, like water goes down, like so no water stays on the top, like. And their bund was 1.5 foot. That's it. I made that bund as bund leakage was happening, and then I increased the bund to 35 feet. Now 2 cars can pass.
Okay.
Now the water came this time, and then it's a big history actually. I'm very happy for that. No, the result.
Yeah.
See.
And I'm sure when the kind of hard work that you have to do in terms of one, physically getting things done, and second, also networking with these various offices.
No.
And I'm sure you'll also
No,
have to take up
I
things
won't
like
go to. I
desilting,
won't go to DC. I won't go
no,
to
the local villages to get
local. Just
support.
a panchayati.
Okay.
Panchayati. What I will do, no, like I will. If I go to government permission and all, I don't know how much
It's a long
bribe I need to
process,
give. Like who all, whether they will give permission or not and all. So the village panchayati gives me permission, and that is their responsibility to take DC permission, that permission.
Okay.
And if we go and do good work, no, villagers' help will be there with us.
After all the hard work, I'm sure that sense of purpose that you have, fulfillment is very nice. You were just saying that the whole lake overflew with excess water.
Birds comes in the evening, and in Somnelli 2 islands I made.
Oh, okay.
Now for the birds, no, it is a private place for them.
Yeah.
Like somebody told, like we will make a boating and we will allow people to go there. I told nobody should go there.
Yeah.
Like let it be for our birds.
Yeah, true.
Birds, snakes and all like that.
How beautiful.
Yeah. Then that evening if we go, it is beautiful scene. Like they come, and here also lots of bird. And one banyan tree was about to die. Okay. Like because of the sand mafia they dug and all. I put 40 feet earth, and I made it this one. Wow. After I did it, full of fruits in that this one. It was beautiful scene to see.
Yeah,
and even somebody did constructed a wall against that Raja Canal. Raja Kalve also, like it was encroached. No place was for rainwater to come.
Okay.
And then like that, this one Tadegode, somebody has built it. They wanted to do that the lake inside their property. So I have broken that. And now like that, so many miracle happened over there. Now plantation is going on. Now also I have kept my person over there.
Okay.
And daily watering and all is happening. Like lots of people plantation I did. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you must be feeling so good at the end of, with the end result. Now tell us something about the music phase of your life.
That is like, I'm also into rural education. See that rural, like first school I started with Hallegere. There was no toilet also in there. Like that, no full school was in a broken stage. And that day I went and repaired completely, and the toilets also was built, and Zerodha also supported me in this. Now that is like we made it as digital school. And so many from so many are coming forward to sponsor children. Like I am telling them 750 rupees per month is one child's expenses. And please, if you want like that, you pay that. And see, per year 7,500 rupees. And if they take care of that child till 10th standard, 1.5 lakhs rupees they have to spend.
Yeah.
See, giving life to one child is a very good thing, right?
So absolutely. So profound. Wonderful, ma'am. Now, being an educationist, I have a question to the mother of the Kamath brothers. I'm sure all of us, like all parents, there would be this dilemma of what they want to do, and putting them in a very routine kind of an education space. So, how was it? When you, or rather, when did you first realize that both your boys were very different from the normal formal education?
See, till they came to one stage, I didn't know that they have so much potential in them. But my try was there when they were small. I knew that they are not interested in education. And I wanted to make them swimming, and all. So many other things I used to make them learn. And I was thinking, in one way or other, they will come up in life like that.
Yes.
And Nitin was very good at sports.
Okay.
Yeah. Nikhil was very good at chess. And when I introduced Nikhil chess when he was 3-year-old, Like, 3-year-old, I introduced chess. And like, I knew that when he was playing chess with that tender age, no, I knew that he's intelligent. Like, I knew. But he was not interested in studies, formal studies. And he was interested in, like, even chess also, children won't be interested in on their own like that. No, we need to force them. We need to force them, and I have appointed one coach after coming to Bangalore, and I used to take him to all the chess matches and all. Like that, I had a dream, like they will come up in one way or other, like that I know somewhere or other they will come up. But in that part, like making them this one, no, PUC, pre-university, for +1 and +2. Like to join them at that time, my husband was telling me to put them into commerce.
Okay.
I didn't wanted them to go to commerce because, like, for me, I wanted my sons to become this engineers.
Okay.
Yeah, like all my sisters' children are engineers. So, like, my mind was, I was also young only, and like I argued with my husband and made Nitin join science. And somehow he took some 10,000 rank in this one, CET. And then I only made him join BIT. And like BIT, after 1 year, I was having a dream. I want to make him telecommunication engineer.
Okay.
I changed his subject from civil to telecommunication. He was not at all interested in that. Like that, finally, whatever my husband told, it was right. Actually, commerce, I could have made him, commerce. Even Nikhil, like after 10th standard, no, like I made him forcibly join Vijaya College. He never gone to college. Okay. At the age of 16 itself, he started going to call center.
Yeah.
Without my knowledge for some time. After I got to know that he's going to call center, I started weeping.
Okay.
What to do then? The time was this one. And then I got to know that he's doing extraordinary in call center. And before 17 years, he became team leader. They sent him to London.
Okay.
And then, that at that time, Nitin started Reliance Money.
Okay.
And he started working for India Bulls. India Bulls, he was doing very good in India Bulls. And then we got to know, me and my husband got to know, he's very potential in this one, like in his field, that stock market. And then both of them joined, started Zerodha. And before they used to do this Reliance Money as well as Way to Wealth, both. Way to Wealth, both. And then finally it turned into Zerodha. And like Zerodha started 2010. And like by the time this one 2010, 13, 14 years now. Then I stopped this one after 5 years. 2015-16 I stopped this one, Calix.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it as a mother when, that journey, when you look at your children, particularly from the call center to becoming billionaires? So I'm sure, you were an integral part of this journey.
Yes. But see, for me now, they are my sons. If they have become billionaires or if they are nothing, like sons are sons only. But see, I'm little philosophical and I never demand anything from them and all like that. No, I was I want them to be safe and healthy.
Yeah.
That's it. That. Now I think why they are struggling so much. That is okay enough. Whatever we have, that is enough. And we have that much to give back to society also. Why they are struggling. But they want to do lots of things, bring lots of change in the society. So that is their this one. I'm happy. Because why I'm happy, they're giving tax and this one, our money, whatever is coming, is nowhere, not a single rupee is illegal. Everything is this open,
Yes.
and that they're paying tax, and that is happy about it.
What kind of boys were they when they were young? Were they naughty? Were they exceptionally good in terms, and also about in terms of the values that they have been
Yeah,
brought up
both
with?
of
Obviously,
both of
that
them
is-
were basically very good natured children. Nitin was very naughty. More than Nikhil, Nitin was very naughty. Nikhil was more attached to me. Like he didn't wanted to go out of me, and
Okay.
always he wanted to be with me, and he was like Nitin was very naughty, like uncontrollable naughtiness. Like, one or other wound he used to get and come back home and all. Like Nikhil was he never used to go out without me till one age, like that. No, that is 10 years of age. Like he used to be with me only
Okay.
most of the time. Yes, like I never used to go out when they were small. No, that
yes.
full time to take care
At
of
home,
them only. Like
Ma'am, in the field of education today, we talk about different thinking that is coming in, and also the kind of priority that is now given to critical thinking, innovation, creativity, which is far beyond the memorization and rote learning. So I'm sure you would have also had those phases, and obviously you have given importance to their critical thinking and creativity. So what would you really tell parents? Because I'm sure parenting is still a very complex issue in terms of education.
it is complex issue. See, first of all, I want to tell parents that they should have patience. They should have cool nature, like that, no? Especially mother, like that, no? Father, I know that outside they go for work and all like that. Fathers must be like tension, like business tension and all. Mothers, even though if they are working mothers also, they should have, after getting a child in their life, they have to focus on them. Like, see, they have to have patience.
True.
Like what happens when Nitin was small, you believe it or not, I used to make Godi, wheat atta balls. I used to teach him that ABCD, like that,
Okay.
no?
Okay.
I used to, Nikhil was in one room, that completely sand used to be
Okay.
there. Like he used to throw this and all like that. And even 1 week I used to, and cleaning the sand, and I used to put some 10 bags of sand to play him.
Okay.
And then I used to put wheat, like bags of wheat, no, for his play only I used to keep.
Okay.
And like then ragi. And I used to make him understand the texture. And I taught them mainly like these practical things.
Right.
I think that and all that those things help them a lot.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that is like, and I used to leave them to play in water. And they used to learn the texture, that this and that. Not a formal this one, but they learn. And music also helped them.
Yes.
And throughout the day, I used to teach music.
Okay.
And then they grew up in the atmosphere of music.
Yeah.
And then that calmness and the patience has come.
Yeah.
Like that, no? That is like we have to see our children grow in a patient way, like that, no? Patience they should have.
Yeah.
Like that, no? That is like nowadays I'm seeing children, they're so like arrogant and all like that, no? They won't achieve anything like that. To reach 20-25 years, they will develop blood pressure and all like that,
true,
no? See, we have to teach them like, no, meditation.
Yeah.
More than education, I think meditation is very, very important. They have to keep their inner self calm.
Yes.
See, at this age also, I work so much like that, no? That is, I think I give credit to my childhood. My childhood was very happy.
Yeah.
My mother or father never used to get us diamonds or this one, that one. We had very little things.
Yeah.
But we used to be so happy. And my father used to do jokes, cutting, and
Right.
that, this and all. And we used to be happy. My mother used to cook very well
Hmm.
and all. I think that is lacking nowadays, like that. No, the parents won't spend much time.
Yes, yes.
And then, like I'm seeing that so many children are arrogant. They won't this one treat elders properly. That one, this one. And Nitin and Nikhil are very generous. Like they office people, no, they're very happy. Like because then they give the bonus, that salary increment, and they never hurt they never hurt people. I have not seen they hurt anyone.
Right.
Like till now, no, that is, they handle everything very patiently and
So it's very obvious, ma'am, from what you're saying, that family as a family, the Zerodha, as an organization, they are very closely connected in terms of the human values.
Yeah,
that
that is
obviously
clear.
you have instilled in.
that
both
is
your
there.
sons.
During Corona, they have done so many
Yes.
things. And they used to, like, whatever crisis happens in India, they are the first persons to go
respond.
and this one help.
Mhm.
Like, they, like, even that during Corona, ambulances
Right.
and then hospitals and this one and all, like that, no, food for the this one. They opened a kitchen, Nikhil, especially Nikhil opened a kitchen and all, like, so that whoever is working in our house and in Zerodha and all, like, they are very happy because no stress. They won't give stress to anybody. Like, if something never, it won't happen if we are patiently handle
Yeah.
our working people also, the work will be more progressive, productive also,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I'm sure.
Like, no, we should not stress them. And that comes through their childhood.
Yeah.
If parents are stressful, if parents are scolding our workers and all, like that, same thing children develop.
Emulate that.
Mhm.
Ma'am, for the world, for people like us, whether it's you or Zerodha or the Kamath brothers, it's been a fairy tale story. But I'm sure you have also seen pain. You have also seen pain for the company, So could you tell us at least one instance where you had to push yourself, particularly in the making of Zerodha as a name?
See, usually my husband was there. Like, we lost him December 26th. And my husband used to be there. Like, he used to be every day. He used to be like watching and this one and all, like that. And then when Zerodha, after they started Zerodha, luckily, I have not seen that this one. And sometimes that basement leakage, water filled and all, like those incidents. And like sometimes it will be, they won't bring it home. They will manage themselves, like, because they have a good team.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Karthik, Rangappa, Kailash, and Venu, Hanan, and all. They're all there. Some are their childhood friends also.
Okay.
Like, they manage. That support system is very good over there.
How do you find, or how do you keep yourself motivated? This is a very cliched question, but I'm asking this for you as a woman. Did you find it challenging because you're a woman? Did you find it easy because you're a woman? Or is it very special because you're a woman?
It was challenging because I'm a woman.
Yes.
Like, it is for everybody. Like, as a lady, we have to face lots of problems. Like, motivation, like, we should not depend on anybody for motivation. We ourselves we have everything inside our body.
Right.
Aham Brahmasmi. Like, no, if you decide like that, no, if I decide, like, I won't allow that person to hurt me. Like that, no? If he hurts also, sometimes we are inevitable, like, we can't give answer back, okay? Right. Then, like, at that time, what we should think, like, we should tell our inner self to keep it cool, and then that you should not take it inside. That if it starts scolding you, like that, no, if you take it inside, only then it affects. Right. So that we should think like it is he's scolding to the back wall. Then like nothing happens. See, that is the technique I am
Wonderful.
following. That is the technique everyone should follow. Like, know that for motivation we should not depend on
Yeah.
anyone.
It's always
Like
learn lessons.
we should think it's a philosophical. I also feel bad when somebody dies or somebody gets my friend got cancer and that this even when my husband's death suddenly happened and like that, no, at that time 1 week 10 days I think I was devastated like that, no. See how to live life, like, because life will be surrounding with him only, like everything. If I came directly from Mysore, if my husband could have been there, like it could have not happened easily. Like I could have go back to home and reported him and then where I am going, what time I will be back, It was like in the beginning it was, now also it is little tough for me to face. And I took it as a philosophy. Like, no, everyone has to leave one day.
Yes.
Like that, no, that we have to take things in a philosophical way. So that's not possible from all human beings. Like that happens only through meditation. If you start doing meditation, and then I advise everybody to do meditation. Like, no, if you start analyzing that too, when I'm talking to you, but I'm giving importance for my inner self also.
Right.
Like I'm seeing my inside my this one. This is not that easy. I got it through meditation.
To connect with your inner
Like
self.
that's why I won't get to look straight.
Yeah.
Even though I travel from Mysore, this one I won't look strained. People tell me like that, no, you won't look strained at all. I will be attending that function, this function. I go to lake and then like in the lake I will taking round that this and if anybody comes, I will cook 10 minutes. I will cook delicious food and like no, that is like nothing will be strenuous for me because.
You love every minute and you
I meditate.
enjoy doing that, yeah.
While talking also I do meditation. That you should tell, you should also learn about it.
Yeah.
Just sit down and like close and see your inner self.
Correct. But connect with your inner self.
Yeah, you have to have the cross leg like this. And you have to, hand also should be crossed. And you need to sit and concentrate on your breathe, how the breath is going inside and coming outside. Like that and breathe, not that breathe. You have to concentrate on your breath. And it is a lesson for everybody. Like if they start, like you won't be knowing how many hours you sat like that. It will, that is the beauty of it.
Okay. My final 3 queries, ma'am. First is, what would be your advice to the Gen Z today?
See, I got to know. Like I'm in a group called Bharat Sanskar Parishad. Okay. See, in that, all narcotics department, Mr. Samir Wankade is also there. See what is happening, and through his analysis in India, I got to know 60% of our younger generation is turning towards addiction. So addiction happens through this depression, that this and all addiction happens. And once they get addicted to it and they can't get out of it, and their life is, see, if we lose our younger generation like this, and our India is going to be in a very pathetic situation. So I want to tell every mother or father or their family, they have to observe their children like that. No, they should not give tension to their children. And from the child, they have to make their children develop patience. And then they should not make them special and this one and all. They have to make them move along with normal people, and then that is dhairya. They have to make youngsters learn to face life.
Challenges of life.
Challenges will be there.
Yeah. So how they cope with that?
Even after marriage, girls will be having challenges.
Yes.
Their mother-in-laws and all to face situation, financial crisis and all.
True.
Like that, they patience makes us win our life.
Yeah. Ma'am, your message to aspiring individuals or aspiring entrepreneurs, as an entrepreneur, what would be your message?
Financial discipline. Like they have to take care of financial discipline. That's what I told in the speech also. Like now, if they get 5,000 rupees, they have to save a little bit out of it. And ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಷ್ಟು ಕಾಲು ಚಾಚು ಅಂತ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಬೆಡ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಕ್. We should not thinking like somebody, some angel is going to come and help us, this one and all. Like it is not going to happen. No angel is going to come. They have to face that. Loan ella tagobardu. Like that is, they have to learn maintaining, plan and learn maintaining in whatever the financial thing they have got.
ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೈಲಮಾ, ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯುವರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್.
ಸಿ, ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಒಂಥರ ಲೈಕ್ sometimes what happens, like children won't be having this one, that quality of reading or and studying and all. Never underestimate them, motivate them. Like ಓದೋದೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ. ಸಿ ಓದ್ದೇನೂ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನೇನು ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಕೇಪಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ನೋನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಕೇಪರ್. ಸೊ ಅವರನ್ನು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಒಂಥರ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಳುಗಳನ್ನು. ಸೊ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಓದೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದೇನೆಂದರೆ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಅವ್ರ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್ಸಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್ಸಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೈವೋರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ಸ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಟು ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನೂ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್. ನೇಷನ್ಗೂ, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೂ ಭಾರ ಅವರು.
Your last word about living your dream, ma'am.
Living my dream like that. No, I'm living my dream. Actually, I wanted to contribute something to society. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ನನಗೀಗ ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಒಂದು ಗಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಚಿಗುರು ಬಂದರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಏನಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಆ ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ಬಂಗ್ಲೆ ಕಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಅದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೊರತು ಅದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಏನೋ ಕೃತಾರ್ಥಳಾದೆ ಅಂತ ಆ ಥರ ಖಂಡಿತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅರ್ಥನು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇತ್ತು, ನನಗೆ ಆಸೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ನಾನು ರೂರಲ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ನಂದು ಲೇಕ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಆಂಟ್ರಪ್ರನರ್ಸ್ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಡ್.
Ma'am, it was wonderful talking to you, and your thoughts and the insights that you shared are so profound. I particularly remember that one sentence you uttered, "I let my mind bloom."
Yeah.
That was when you were talking about probably a very difficult phase in your life, but then I think that's a very important message for all of us.
Yeah.
To stay connected.
See, difficulty what I faced. Nobody has got imagination also like that. I faced, like I faced and yeah, that's what. Like finally I understood, like yare baidru, like it is going to go to the wall. See, that principle if we keep, that we will be happy.
It's been truly an inspirational story, ma'am, and it is wonderful listening to you.
Thank you.
On behalf of the entire Reva University, it was an honor having you here, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you.